Jesus calms the storm. One beautiful day by the Sea of Galilee, Jesus had spent the entire day teaching large crowds of people. Men, women, and children gathered eagerly around him to hear his words of wisdom, love, and hope. His stories about God's kingdom touched many hearts, bringing comfort and inspiring faith. As the sun began to set and the crowd slowly dispersed, Jesus turned to his disciples and said, "Let's go across to the other side of the lake." They all felt weary but trusted Jesus completely, so they hurried into a small boat and pushed off from the shore. Jesus, exhausted from the long day, laid down at the back of the boat and soon fell into a peaceful sleep. The lake was calm at first, with gentle waves lapping against the boat, and a cool breeze brushed their faces. It was a moment of quiet after the day's excitement. But unexpectedly, dark clouds began to cover the sky, and the wind started to pick up. Within minutes, a fierce storm erupted. The wind howled like a wild beast, and towering waves crashed violently onto the boat, causing it to rock and sway dangerously. Many of Jesus' disciples were fishermen, familiar with the lake and its moods. But even with their experience, this storm terrified them. The rain poured down, and the boat began to fill with water. They worked furiously, bailing out water and trying desperately to keep the boat from sinking. Fear gripped their hearts, and in that chaos, they panicked. In the middle of this turmoil, Jesus remained asleep. The disciples were baffled and frightened, unsure about what to do. Finally, in desperation, they woke him up, crying out, "Lord, don't you care that we're about to drown? Save us." Jesus woke and sat up. With calm authority, he looked at the raging storm and said, "Peace. Be still." Immediately, the wind stopped blowing, the waves settled, and a deep and profound calm spread over the lake. The water became smooth and quiet, like a mirror reflecting the soft light of the evening. The disciples were filled with awe and wonder. They exclaimed to each other, "Who is this man, that even the wind and waves obey him?" They realized that Jesus was far more than just our teacher or prophet. He had divine power and authority over nature itself. This story teaches us an important spiritual truth. Life often feels like a stormy sea, full of challenges, anxieties, and fears. The winds of doubt and the waves of hardship threaten to overwhelm us. But just as Jesus calmed the storm on the Sea of Galilee, he can calm the storms inside us. When life's troubles surround us, it's natural to feel afraid and uncertain. The disciples looked to Jesus for rescue because they knew only he could save them. Similarly, we can bring our fears, our worries, and our troubles to Jesus. In his presence, peace can replace panic. Faith is like trusting Jesus in the storm. It's not about avoiding difficulties but having confidence that Jesus is with us no matter what. Even when it feels like the storm will never end, Jesus has the power to bring calm. Let this story remind you that Jesus is always near you, even when you feel alone in your struggles. Call on him, trust him, and he will give you the strength and peace you need to face any storm. Just as he calmed the sea with a word, he can calm your heart and mind. So, no matter what storms you face today or tomorrow, remember that Jesus holds the power to quiet every tempest. Live with courage knowing that you are not alone. With Jesus in your boat, you will never be overwhelmed. Amen.